Hello, you guys. It is, of course, Prosperous Above All. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel and watching me. I'm going to try to make this a twice a week scenario. Where basically on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, my goal is to commit to submitting at least a good topic video on both days, whether it's general stuff that I'm already doing, or to pretty much I have a topic that I want to, of course, discuss with you guys. So that is the goal when it comes to my consistency with this and ultimately seeing this grow. So today is Tuesday. I literally have been up since about 5 this morning. I work. Luckily, of course, these two jobs that I absolutely desire. One is pertaining to nail apprenticeship, because I am self-taught. I've been doing nails on my own since about January of this year, and ultimately I want to become licensed. So went from that job, and then the second one is at a dance studio here in Georgia. So just got done doing that and teaching a class and being taught a class and technique, and now my arms and stuff hurt. So I just got home. So when I got home, I have random thoughts that come through my mind on a daily, because I'm a random kind of gal. I'm also part of a lot of fitness groups on Facebook, because of course I am wanting to cultivate my body. Ultimately to a realistic image that I have for myself. But the reason why I even thought about this topic is because I've been on a weight loss journey off and on for about, I say, 6 years, I'll say comfortably. Started definitely around about 2013 when I realized that I was like a good 250 for me being like a 5'3" frame, which is ridiculous on my kneecaps. And I began doing various things, from the walking, the workouts, the getting a trainer, the shakes, the teas, the waist trainers, the creams, the fast, a good bit of some of everything, and have had success. Definitely have had success. Then, of course, had relapses. That happens to us, because, of course, we're human. And so now I'm back on it again. Been on my journey, in this case, for the year since January of this year. And been off and on, but it's still been effective, because my highest ever as an adult was like 267. That's what I mean when I was saying that I lost weight and I relapsed. That was my relapse. It went that damn high. But ultimately, to get out of that, because of course even 260 anything is like crazy on my knees and my back, and walking just a simple flight of stairs and being out of breath, it's ridiculous. So so far I did lose so far 45 pounds. So now I'm in the 220s, trying to get out and finally see one something. So yay. But ultimately, I treat this as a journey that has its ups and downs, and it's a process, as opposed to quick, get it out the way and whatnot. Oh yeah, don't mind the fact that I have one hand down and one not. This is what happens when I be so focused on one hand, and then I might do this tonight. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so yeah. But ultimately going through the process, and this time around, because in the past, I'm not gonna lie, I lost weight over time, but for some instances, especially at the ending of my journey, say about 2014-15, when I was getting down to the 190s and 180s, it was like trying to find quick fixes and such. But even with that journey then and this one now that I'm on, I realized I don't have an exact goal body. And when I say about goal body is, a lot of the times we as women for sure, because it's very common for us, because we're most of the time we're trying to lose weight. Um, when someone asks, what is your goal? Most of the time, other than saying maybe tone up, get rid of stomach, rolls, whatever. Most of the time they're giving a number for their actual weight, their goal weight, which is okay. But it's like, say for example, you have someone who's like 280 and they want to be 175. Okay, you want to be 175. Cool. Your 175 can be very much a different view of my 175, because of course you got to incorporate height, you got to incorporate skin, you got to incorporate how your body holds weight and things of that nature and stuff. So most of the time, we also will discuss, see someone's body that we see on Instagram, or Facebook, or wherever, and like, okay, I want that body. And I won't say that having the type of body that you want isn't possible, but what I will say is you gotta damn sure be realistic. And I say realistic to a point where whether you naturally get curves and, have a particular diet you go on and exercise and do whatever fasting and whatnot and achieve that body, or you go pay for your body. Your snatch is your snatch. Your ideal body is your ideal body. No judgment on that at all. But even when you do surgery, having an idea of what you want to see of yourself before making it happen. And I say this to say because a lot of the times people just be losing weight just for the hell of it, but yet don't even have an overall goal as for what it is they're trying to strive for. They're just continuing on just because that's what, they are expected to do, or that's what their drive is to do. So it dawned on me that even myself, I have an idea, but I don't have one that's clear enough. And I say clear enough to the point where I'm going to incorporate this with manifesting in its own form, because it can apply. Ultimately, if I can be able to see the body that I truly want to have, then it's much easier for me to be able to achieve it. And then at that point for me, I can finally, of course, with determination and consistency and everything else, because I'm not going to lie, consistency is definitely a big issue for me when it comes to working out. But that's turning around as we, of course, are talking as we speak. But ultimately, already having a set idea. So if that requires you to journal, what your ideal body looks like, creating a vision board for your ideal body, because that's definitely something that happens a lot in general when it comes to the new year or even the middle of the year, where you just like, I have these things I want to be able to accomplish and do and places to go and people to meet and all those good things. Literally create one for your ideal body. So whether you are a bodybuilder, whether you are someone who is on the fluffy side and want to be smaller, or somebody who actually is smaller who wants to, of course, be thicker, who wants to be bigger, by all means. If you're having a problem with getting an idea of where you want your body, your transformation, or more so, to go, start really getting a concise idea as to what it is that you want to strive. That way you have a visual of some sort to be able to reference. And then, of course, ultimately, that being in your mind on a daily, as you're doing your workouts, doing your dancing, doing your cleansings, whatever have you, and to say, okay, cool. What I'm doing right now is contributing to this particular physique. What I'm doing, in dancing or running, biking, cycling, whatever, this is contributing to me having these legs or these arms or what have you, this back. Definitely really, really visualize where you want your body to be so that it can, of course, ultimately happen. And I say this to say that it's also a note to self, but it's also to help anybody else who probably may be thinking about the same thing as well. It be like that sometimes. So this video is a little bit for me, but it's certainly a matter of expressing that, because it can really be a thing where people just like, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where I want to go. Of course, there's a plethora of different ways to be able to get the results that you're looking for. It's just a matter of finding out what works for you. But ultimately, once you do find that, make sure that you have a great idea of where you want to go. And if for some people, they can just lose weight and then their body just gonna do whatever and, blah. That's cool. But for me and the goal that I'm trying to go for, it is beneficial to have a great idea of where it is that I want to go. That way I know where I want to be. I know what it is I need to be doing to strive to that. So, and then you also can, of course, keep that in mind for anything that's beyond weight loss. You just having that visual aid of what it is that you're wanting to strive for. But, ultimately, I think it will help a whole lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to commit to creating an image of how I want my body to look, ultimately from what it is now. And of course, most people, of course, are going to say, oh, you look great as you are, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But for me, I have a realistic image of how I want to, of course, look as well as feel in this body that I have. So I want to take care of it as such. And with doing that, that's where I'm going to, find the realistic, desired body that I want to be able to have for myself. So it ain't, no drastic change per se, but it's certainly going to be a transformation that I have yet to embark on as an adult, as far as growing up and actually seeing me just transform compared to, high school to adult life type, because, that happens anyway. But to really see myself for something I've never done before. And that's the awesome, extreme part of me, I guess, so to speak. So, but overall, pretty much that's just my little snippet of talking about my topic that I wanted to, of course, bring up because it came out of nowhere. So, if anybody has any insight on what I stated, and as far as my topic for tonight, please feel welcome to leave a comment below for that. I will be leaving my pages down below as far as the page that I do my workout journey on. I will leave my page of my nails so you can kind of see whatever work I've been doing and whatever little hand model specials I might have. And also my teaching, because now I'm teaching, of course, classes. Yay. You have that page as well, too. So, again, thank you guys for, of course, watching. And I will record another video for you guys to see. So, thank you.